Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the fasteners that we have available to you. Some of these fasteners we use for our fabricated solutions. Remember, there's a difference between raw netting, which is just simply fabric and you're pretty much on your own to do whatever you want to do, and then our fabricated solutions or our mosquito curtains where we cut everything to the inch and bind everything and basically take care of everything for you. But while you're here on the raw netting section of the website, I do want to show you a couple things. Now, everything you see here that's either black or white, we have black and white of just about everything. So, and one example is like the webbing. We have this white webbing, and it's like a seatbelt material. And how it's often used is you fold it in half like a taco around the netting. We double stitch it. And you can stitch it. Sometimes that's useful for some people. If you're trying to replicate our curtains, it is hard. It's really hard because a lot of our sewing machines have double stitches and everything is spaced just right to hold everything. And also, some people buy raw netting and think that they can, and buy the tracking and think that they can make a curtain. No, we have a special snap tape that you need. We don't show this on the website because we don't want to confuse people, but if you need it, we'll be happy to sell it to you. But this is a requirement at the top of the curtain, and it's not on the raw netting. It's not, you can't buy this separately anywhere on the website, but just call us, we'll take care of you. Now, we love people that do it themselves. That's how we started. That's how we came up with the product. We started with raw netting. So whatever you're doing, God bless you, go for it. We love, love, love the creativity. Sometimes raw netting is a better solution. I'll give you a really good example. We had a winery that needed to cover a vat because the fruit flies were getting into the wine, and they wanted something all fancy and fabricated and this, and I said, hey, forget about it. I got a $55 solution for you. The vats are about 6-8 feet in diameter. Some of them are round, some of them are square. And what I said was just take a piece of raw netting, throw it over the vat, and then take a giant rubber band and put it around it and pinch it in place. And when you want to take it off, just take it off, throw it in the washing machine, but you don't need a fabricated solution for something like that. So what we did is we have some elastic cord, and we said, look, you can make your own bungee cord. We'll make you a giant rubber band. There's a collar. It goes on, and it's just make your own bungee cord. Close this up, now you got a bungee cord. So that might be useful for you. Sometimes you can pinch the curtain to something. And by the way, if you need ideas, we're happy to give you ideas. We love, love, love creativity. Something else is we have very, very powerful magnets. We had a fellow that wanted to do an air conditioning unit, which is huge. I mean, it's 7 feet tall, 40 feet wide. It's like the size of a container up on top of a rooftop. And again, he said, look, I don't need anything fancy. Nobody's going to see it. I'm just trying to keep cottonwoods from clogging up my filters. So we gave him some magnets, and they're not ordinary magnets, right? These are rare earth magnets. I'm going to stick it to the bottom of these scissors. 2.5-pound sledgehammer. And you can hold up that sledgehammer. Not with limitations, but you get the idea. All right? So very, very powerful magnets that they would just pinch against the air handler. We also have marine snaps, and this is worth a demonstration. A marine snap, you've seen these before. There's a button and a socket and a male snap. And the male snap can either be on a screw stud, right? We have some adhesive back marine snaps that will stick to things like vinyl or metal, not wood. You want these for wood, but those will do that. So let's talk about putting a marine snap into raw netting. Unlike our fabricated solutions, where we have a doubled over binding everywhere that's double stitched, if you're going to put a marine snap into raw netting, you kind of need a little extra help. You need a little reinforcement because we don't want these things to rip out. So what we have, we'll give you these rubber disc washers. And they're just rubber. And they're flexible, right? So they're not going to poke into the netting. But what it's going to do is it's going to distribute the load. Now, in order to place marine snaps on raw netting, you must have this $130 snap tool. But we know you're only going to do it once in your life, so we made it fully refundable. Just use the tool, send it back, we'll give you the $130 back. Now, let me show you how it works. I'm going to take my female socket, I'm going to take my button, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to crunch through both these rubber discs and through the netting and through it all. So I'm just going to crunch it right on there. There's a little adjustment knob, and there we go. Now, you still want to be careful, right? So when you pull it off, you want to pull it off by the rubber, and you don't want to rip it out. But it's less likely to rip out because you've distributed the load over a broader surface area. One other great technique that doesn't really involve us at all, this is just a handy little idea, and this comes up more often than you would imagine. Sometimes, for example, we have people, a lot of boaters, what we do is we make a big sheet and we just throw it over the bimini, and what they want to do is they want to secure it. So in the corners, what we tell them to do is take an ordinary golf ball, right? Drape the netting over a golf ball, like over one of the corners, like this, right? Just like that. Take a slip knot, just tie a slip knot around this and pull. It's an old Boy Scout trick, and it's a way to pull on fabric without stressing it and ripping it out. So you could take that line and you could pull the Kingdom Come, and it won't rip out. So it's a really handy technique. It's great for camping. So we like the idea that you're coming up with your own solution, maybe a fabricated solution that we also make, where we do everything for you and figure everything out. Maybe it's just not the right solution for you. We'll be happy to tell you. We're all about saving clients money and giving them the appropriate solution. And if we can't come up with the right solution, but we know someone that can, we will happily direct you. We want to be known as the place you can go to and get a good, straight answer. So that's it. Thanks.